Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Aetherbios Clinic and Aetherbios Yoga, and today I'd like to share some exercises with you to help relieve hip pain. So you will need to possibly hold on to something if you do anything standing, or do something laying down. You may need a belt as well. So get yourself comfortable, get a few tricks and join me. None of what we're going to do replaces any medical attention or medical care, and if you have serious hip problems, please do get it checked out. These are intended just to help mobilize around the hip area. So if anything that I suggest hurts, then please don't do it. Engage with me. If you have any questions, there are modifications for everything. So let's get started. We're going to start with a little mobilization of the hip. So I'm using these because it's easier to demonstrate. I suggest you stand on a step or something raised and have something firm to hold on to that's not going to move, like a stair rail. So we want to have the standing leg on the step and the other one down a little. So just find your balance, allow that hip to settle down so it's going longer. Let the leg relax and just make a few little circles, one way and the other way. Let it be effortless, just bringing a little bit of mobilization into the hip. Gently swing it a little bit backwards and forwards, just very easily, like a pendulum, and out to the side. We want to make sure now that we lift the hip up a little so the foot is almost level. See if you can keep the hips level, engaging the core, and again just forwards and backwards slightly, and out to the side, a few little circles, and the other way. We're going to do that on the other side. Each side will feel different. If this is the stiff hip, this may need a little bit more effort to keep it strong, so hold on tight, support yourself on a raised level, which could be a stair, and let the other leg just hang. A few little circles, let it feel like it's hanging loosely out of the socket, and the other way, gently forwards and backwards like a pendulum, out to the side and back, and just let that feel free. To stretch a muscle at the back called the quadratus lumborum, we're standing on the top step and let that leg relax down, so we're lengthening through the back, and then lift that hip up, relax it down, lift it up. See if you can keep this leg nice and strong. Only go where you can go with it. Lift up and lengthen down. On the other side, supporting legs strong. Hold on to something that won't move. You may need to turn around on the stairs. Let the lower leg lengthen down, so we're lengthening in the back. Lift it up, lengthen it down. Lift it up, you can hold on with both hands, lengthen down. Lift up, lengthen down, and come down. Have a little wiggle side to side, a few little circles with the hips, just let everything be nice and soft. Bend the knees a little, and a little gentle wag, just let everything ease up. We're going to do the similar thing, but this time on the floor. So lifting up in the core, standing on one leg, support yourself on something that's not going to move, and just lift the leg up forwards and down. Lift it up forwards and down. If you can only go a little way, stay within your limits. Bring it forwards and down. Take it out to the side and in, to the side and in. Take it back, forwards, back, forwards. Now we're going to do a kind of a V. So you come out to the side, cross to the front, side, cross to the back. Like a little V or a U. Just keep it easy, keep it light. And let's do the other side. Hold your core, keep this leg as strong as we can. We want to find a way to make it as easy as possible. So lifting the core, bring the leg forwards and in, forwards and in. Even if you just go a little bit, move that leg. Take it back and forwards, back and forwards, out to the side and in, side and in, forwards, backwards, and bring it to the side. We're going to do the U or the V, to the front, to the side. See if you can keep this leg strong. Even if it's just a little movement here, that's fine. Another standing exercise we can do is to strengthen and stretch the front of the groin. So take the leg behind you, tuck the toe under, and then we're going to push away and see if we can reach that leg nice and long. Doesn't matter if you don't go very far. Get that stretching down the front and relax it. And stretch back and relax. On the other side, take the leg behind you. We're staying strong on the supporting leg, so we're working both legs. Tuck the toe under, reach away, so we're stretching in the front of the groin and relax in the front of the leg. Reach away, see if you can keep the spine in neutral and relax. And again, reach away and relax. Standing with the feet apart at a comfortable distance, don't go too wide. If it hurts in your hips, find where you can be. And just have a little wiggle with your legs straight, so sway from side to side, very gently from foot to foot. And then make a little circle, gently with your pelvis one way and gently with the other way. We're working all of the low back and the pelvic region attaching to the hips. If you want to go further, bend the knees a little. Let the tailbone sink down towards the mat, so we're lengthening in the spine. And just have a one side to the other side. Just put the hip out to the side, even if it's just a little bit. Just go to the side. You can put your hands on the hips if that helps. Just get a little bit of movement. And then we're going forwards and backwards. So from the side, we're going forwards and backwards. So we're lengthening in the spine as we go forwards. It's a standing tilt. We can do this laying down as well. Going tilting forwards, lengthening back, tilting forwards, lengthening back. Now we're going to put them all together. So we make little circles. So we put the pelvis forwards, put the pelvis back, come back to neutral. Pelvis to the side, to the side. So we're going to the front, the side, the back, the side, front, side, back, side. Keep it comfortable. Front, side, back, side, and come to neutral. Have a little wiggle. Keep everything nice and fluid. Take the hips the other way, to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front. And then if you just want to do a few little gentle circles, wiggle one way, you're moving the knees a little, wiggle the other way. And then have a good wiggle, let it all relax out. If any of that is too much, then please don't do it. We're going to lay down, so lengthen through the spine as you lay down, vertebra by vertebra. Bend the knees up if you can. We're going to stretch the piriformis, the muscle that goes from the sacrum across to the hip. So the first phase would be to cross your leg over if you can. If you can only go just halfway, just be where you can be. And then we're going to hug the other leg up towards us. So we're giving a little stretch through the piriformis and only going as far as you can. If you can go further and cross your leg over, we're going to cross the legs over, use the core to lift the leg up and hug them towards you. So we're giving a stretch across that piriformis that attaches to the hip. It can be very painful in the hip if that muscle's tight. The next version is to open the knee up, if you can go that far, and then lace your hands between the leg and bring the other leg up towards you, lengthening down in the spine, gently releasing that piriformis muscle, and take the body gently into it. Let the body talk. If it's too much, back off. Align your posture, draw it down and breathe. Find out where the body can respond. And bring the leg down. So on the other side, we would just cross the knee across the other knee as the first version. Use the core, bring the leg up and hug them towards the chest. This won't give very much of a stretch in the piriformis, but if your hips are very tight, it will do something. And we're going to cross the legs over. If you can go further, take hold of the feet. And the next version would be to bring the leg across the knee, opening across the hip, lace the hands through, use the core to bring the other leg up, and gently hug it down towards your chest. Now find where you can be. Let that piriformis gently stretch. Little muscle with a big personality. And we're going to bring the feet back down, feet apart. We're going to do a pelvic tilt, similar to what we did standing, but laying down. So lengthen through the spine, engage the core, and we're going to lift the pelvis up, so lengthening and lifting up, and relax it down. Lengthen and lift the pelvis up, bring it up a little bit into a bridge, and bring it down. Only go as far as you can. We're activating the quads, pressing the feet into the mat. Lengthen and lift up. If you can go further up, that's fine. Lengthen through the spine as you come down. If your version is a tilt, then just tilt the pelvis. We're moving the whole pelvic area and the lower back and the attachments to the hips. And then if you can, bring the knees up towards you, one knee either side, and lengthen the bottom away from you. So we're gently opening in the hips. Now if that's not possible, just be where you can be. You might hold your legs here, or just have them a little wider apart. Hug the knees down towards either side of the chest and bring them down. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. So we're going to bend the leg. We can take a belt or your dressing gown cord. Bring the leg forwards. And then we're going to see if we can straighten the leg, have it level with the other one. If you can't go very far, just be where you can be. We're engaging the core, straightening the leg, and then we're going to gently lift up. Keeping the leg in a nice straight alignment. And breathe. Be where you can be with it. So we're getting a gentle stretch on the back of the hamstring. And bring it down, and let's change sides. Let's take the belt under the other foot. Keep the core strong, straighten the leg away. Keep a good posture with your spine, use your core, and use your elbows tucking in to bring the leg up. Find where you can be. You may be up here, or you may be down here. You want a gentle stretch from the back of the knee up to the butt. If you want a little extra stretch, you can draw the toe down, and that'll stretch the calf as well. Bring the leg down. We're going to the other side again. So we're going to take the same stretch, just back off a little, and we're going to do some gentle circles using the arm, one or both arms, to just make a few gentle small circles. So the leg's quite relaxed, and you're making gentle circles in the hip, and then gentle circles the other way. Make them as big or as small as you like. Then we're going to stretch the outside of the thigh, so draw the leg across the other leg, look the opposite way, so get a stretch on the outside of the thigh, the IT band. Find where it's comfortable. You may just be down here. If you turn your head away, then you'll get a little stretch and a counterbalance. Come back up. And then we're going to take the leg the opposite way, so we're going to take it out to the side, root the bent leg into the floor, bring it out to the side, turn the head the other way. So you may not go very far, or you may go all the way. Just find what works for you to get that stretch. Little stretch on the inner thigh. Come back, bend the leg and bring it down. On the other side, we're going to straighten the leg, get a little stretch in the hamstring, and then back off so it's easy. Keep the leg nice and straight, keep the core working, and just do some little gentle circles. We're using the hand to make these circles so the leg is nice and relaxed. A little bit of lubrication in the joint and circles the other way. Then we're going to take the belt with the opposite hand. We're going to take the leg over to the side, or you may just be down here, get a little stretch on the outside of the thigh, the iliotibial band. Look the opposite way. Get a counterbalance. Come back up. We're going to change hands, root the bent leg into the floor and take it out to the side. Just a little bit. Find where it works for you to give a stretch on the inner thigh. Bring it back up and relax down. We're going to turn onto the side. You can get a pillow if you need one. Knees together, and we're going to do clams. So we're going to be working the upper hip. So you can support yourself with your hand and open the clam and bring the knee down again. You may not go very far, just find where you can be. We want to heal, not hurt. And bring it down. Relax in between, engage the core. Lift the knee up and bring it down. Open the clam and bring it down. Coming up, and we turn to the other side. Lay down on the other side. Make sure you've got a stable posture, support yourself on the mat. Open the clam and bring it down. See how far it's comfortable to go. Open that clam, bring it down. And again, reach up, bring it down, and one more, and bring it down. Coming up on all fours for a cat-cow, bringing the hands under the shoulders, butt above the knees. Have a gentle wiggle, just like waggling the tail. If your knees aren't okay with this, then you can put pillows underneath them. Or we can do this one sitting as well. So a little wag of the tail, moving the pelvis, lengthen through the spine, nice straight spine, engaging the core. We're going to lengthen through the tail, lift the tail as you lengthen, lift the chest, lift the head. Then we're going to curl around the tail, curl around the head. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the chest, lift the head. Exhale, curl around the tail, curl around the chest, curl around the head. And again, lengthen through the spine, lift the tail, lift the chest, lift the head. Curl around the tail, curl around the chest, curl around the head. We're going to sit back in pose of a child. So sitting on the heels if you can, or you can have the knees wide. If that's too much, you might want to put a pillow underneath to sit on. Just depends on your mobility. And lengthen through pose of a child, reach the arms forwards, head down, have a little wiggle, ease into the pose and relax. Take a few deep breaths here. Coming up on all four, we're going to do a lunge to stretch the hip flexors. So stepping forwards, come up on the knee. We're going to stretch the hip flexors a little bit like we did standing, but we're on the knee if you can cope with that. So keeping a central position, bend forwards a little so we're stretching at the front. Find where you can be with that, keep the tailbone long, only go as far as you can, and breathe. And we're going to change legs, so back on all fours. Bring the other leg up, find where you can be balanced, lengthen in the hip flexors and gently slide forwards, find where you can be. We want to keep the body in a good posture and stretch in the best way we can. Breathe. And then coming down on all fours, have a little wiggle. We're going to lengthen through the spine and we're going to curl around, bring the tail, look back towards the butt and lengthen through the side, just very subtle. Come straight, and we're doing a side bend the other way, so take the butt to the side, look back towards it gently, keeping length in the spine. Come back towards the opposite way, curl around, and the other way. Come back straight, have a little wiggle, and recover in pose of a child. We're going to do a little sitting hamstring stretch. So first of all, bend the knees if you can, and stretch one leg away. Bring it back up, and stretch it away. Bringing the toe back towards you, engage the quadriceps, bring it in, stretch it away, and bring it back. So the other leg, lift the toe, extend the heel away, straighten the leg if you can, bring it back. And again, stretch the leg away and bring it back. And once more, stretch the leg away and bring it back. So if you can go further, we're going to straighten that leg, keep the other leg bent, make sure you're sitting right on the butt bones. You can take a belt if you want to, take it around the foot, and we're going to lift up and gently slide forwards from the base of the spine. So we're stretching in the hamstring and opening in the hip. Breathe there and release, and we'll do the other side. So bend the opposite leg just to take the pressure off, so we're stretching one leg at a time. Lift up and gently slide forwards. There's no point in doing this because it won't stretch the hamstring. You want to sit up nice and tall and gently slide forwards. It doesn't matter how far you go. Keep the chest lifting, drawing the elbows in to come forwards. And breathe. Another way to do that is to let the knee drop down to the side. You can put a block or a pillow underneath if you need to, and then gently slide forwards with a straight spine. Keep the neck in neutral, keep the spine nice and straight. And on the other side, use the pillow if you need to. Straight leg and gently slide forwards. Stretching through the back of the leg. If you have enough flexibility in your hips to do butterfly, I'm going to bring both feet up and open them out to the side. Now you may need to put a block or a pillow underneath your knees to find out where you can be. Lift up, make space. And we're going to hold the feet and gently lift up. That may be enough for you. If you can go further, you're gently going to slide forwards with a straight spine. So you're getting an opening in the groin. If you're more flexible, you can bring the feet in closer, lift up, draw the knees down, and gently slide forwards. Find where it works for you so the body can respond rather than fight. To stretch the quadriceps, we're going to lay down on the tummy. To stabilize the pelvis, reach the legs away. Reach your arms forwards, engage the core. We can take the belt and we're going to hook it around the foot. Bring the foot up. I'm going to take the belt around it, I've made a loop in it, bring it over your shoulder, lengthen and lay down, and we're going to gently draw the heel towards the bottom. That may not be very far, find what works for you, draw the heel to the bottom. Once we're there, we're going to push the foot against the belt to take it away, so we're activating the quadricep, then we relax it, and we're drawing forward, so we're stretching the quadricep at the front of the thigh. And then push the foot into the belt, so we're activating the quadriceps, relax it and draw it forwards. Breathe there. When we stretch and we want to relax. And once more, push the foot away, activate the quadricep, and then draw it forwards. And release, and let's do the other side. Lengthen the legs away, engage the core. Bend the leg up towards you, take the belt around it, bring it over your shoulder. We want to keep a nice alignment with the leg, in the foot in line with the bottom. So we're going to gently draw the heel towards the bottom, relaxing the leg, stretching in that front of the thigh, the quadricep. Then we're going to push it away, holding a little bit of resistance at the belt, push away. So we're activating that quadriceps, relax it. Bring it forwards, relax it and stretch. Breathe, then we're going to push the foot against the belt, activate the quadriceps, relax it. Pull it forwards, relax the quadriceps to stretch it. Push away, activate the quadricep, hold onto the belt, and then draw it down. We're going to finish with some stretches all the way through the spine. So if you can't sit cross-legged, you can sit in a chair or you can even do it standing. So we're going to reach one arm up, grow nice and tall, lengthen from the base of the spine up, and reach it. You can put your hand down, reach a little over to the side, and breathe. Keep the neck nice and neutral, and come back up. Reach up with the other arm, grow nice and tall, keeping that shoulder down, reaching from the base of the spine all the way across, stretching through the side and through the back, and come back up. Support yourself on the floor, reach up with the other arm, grow nice and tall, and lean over to the side. Keep the neck in neutral. Few breaths, come up, and let's do it again. Reach up, lengthen the other side, fold forwards, lengthening through the side of the body and through the back. Come back up, reach both arms up, and then reach up with one, lengthening through the spine, all of the muscles that connect from the spine down to the pelvis and down to the hips. Have a good lengthen. Bring the arms down, bring the hands either side of the leg, gently lift and twist. So we're giving a twist all the way through the pelvis. And breathe. Use the hands to help you lengthen through the spine. We're rotating from the base up. Just go as far as you can go. Feel your way into it. And come back, reach up. Twist to the opposite side. Bring the hands down, press them into the mat to lengthen and gently twist from the base of the spine up. This works just as well if you're sitting in a chair. Come back to the front. Have a little wiggle. Wiggle your shoulders. Make sure everything's nice and soft. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I'm passionate about sharing my yoga journey and all the wonderful things that yoga has to offer for our life and our benefit. And I really look forward to sharing more with you and hope you join me more on my journey. Please like, subscribe, chat to me, ask me any questions, and connect with me on my other channels. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's LinkedIn, my Facebook page, my website. So thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgeford, Aether Bios Yoga.